Shallow men believe in luck. Strong men believe in cause and effect. Ralph Waldo Emerson. My friends, we see stocks and bonds are down. Gold and Bitcoin are up for today as we go into the last trading day of this shortened week because of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday at the beginning of the week. We see stocks pulling back. As we look at this chart on the half-day chart, we see where things topped out back on Tuesday morning of this week, slid sideways through Wednesday, and then really started trundling down Wednesday afternoon. And on Thursday, pushing through the 200 EMA, going from green to red. Hopefully, we're going to see things reset for a potential up move later on the S&P 500. We look at where things are on the 2-day. You can, of course, see things not pushing through that 200 EMA. Still green on the STC, but below the 200 exponential moving average. Have a doji there. And when we look at where we are on the weekly, we're really just sort of panning down, spinning sideways. STC's at the top. We're just above the 200 EMA. Now that's where we are on the S&P 500. As we switch over to the NASDAQ 100, you can see more weakness. We are not above. We are below the 200 EMA. We haven't gone above it yet, let me say. And we haven't gone, though, to red on the STC yet. We again see where Wednesday afternoon, things started moving down, then moved down stronger in the morning on Thursday morning, not quite as low in the afternoon, overall down 0.98%. The S&P, by the way, down 0.73%. Where are we on the 2-day? 2-day well below the 200 EMA, heading up for 4 candles we can see there. Green on the STC still, but again, a ways to go before we clear that 200 EMA. The weekly trying to push above it, but just sort of stalling out so far on the candlestick in regards to the 200 EMA. Green on the STC. So overall, we do see weakening here as far as stocks go. Curious if we're going to have a bounce off, particularly on this weekly, when it comes to the NASDAQ 100. Now we'll go back to the half-day chart. Look at where we are on 20-year bonds. We can, of course, see where they peaked out on Wednesday morning and then just sort of slowing down, sliding down, some down 0.63% throughout the course of the day. Actually started slowing down in the afternoon on Wednesday, and pretty much a doji at the end of the day. Lots of indecision there. We look at where things are on the 2-day. We have 6 2-day candles. We're green on the STC, but still below that 200 EMA. And well below the 200 EMA also on this weekly chart, where we're going into the 3rd week of some up movement as far as things go. Green on the STC. So again, waiting, watching, seeing what bonds are gonna do. Now gold, boom, gold is just on fire. We look at this weekly chart. We can see once it pushed through the 200 EMA on that weekly chart, went from red to green. Gold just took off over these last many weeks and just keeps catching fire. As we look at this half-day chart, you saw where things popped up last Friday, and then, of course, when markets opened on Tuesday, lackluster, sliding sideways, and in fact down on Wednesday, and then more than made up for that on Thursday, up 1.59% up in the morning, further up in the afternoon. 2-day chart in the green, and again, it just catching fire once the candlestick managed to push through the 200 EMA. Only one red candlestick since then, and like we said just a minute ago, when things went to green, from red to green on the STC, pushing through the 200 EMA. Did you notice what a great combination that can be? When you have things clear the 200 EMA and go from red to green, you can see the same thing happen sometimes when things go from green to red, crossing through, going down the 200 EMA. Here had the opposite. just a compound effect and gold rocketing up. So we shall see. How high will gold go? We don't know, but we'll be taking a look at it. Bitcoin recovering some today. Again, we had it pop up strong earlier in the week and then slack off yesterday. Not much happening in the morning on Thursday, but moving up a little bit in the afternoon, up 1.88%. We did push through there starting on Friday afternoon, and then Tuesday morning, things popping up even a little higher Tuesday afternoon. We look at where we are on the 2-day. Of course, it's been gaining in some steam, heading up. Green on the STC, and we look at where we are on the weekly. We do see these last 2 weeks gaining some. I do have a great recording we'll be releasing tomorrow. We released it to our Patreon members yesterday. That, of course, was the Charting Cryptos and Commodities. You will be getting that in the morning. I would tell you, as you look at the 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin, you can see from those glory days of that really, really high climb where Bitcoin got up to $69,000 and then dropped off from that from November of last year to where we are now. Bitcoin needs to, of course, push through this 200 EMA on this weekly chart, make us feel a lot more confident about things taking off. We've seen Bitcoin try to take off a little bit before, and then, of course, lose it and down. So we'll see. It's got a lot of recovering to do, and a great deal of confidence going to have to be built in it instead of people just trying to jack it up to maybe take some short-term profits. We'll wait, watch, and see. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World headquarters.